Okay. Let me start this over. All right, beautiful. Everybody else will just pop in as they come in and we will get started. Okay, so we're going to begin standing at the top of our mats. You don't have to move yet. I'm just going to explain what today's flow is going to be about. So we're going to do something called a mandala flow today. And what that means is we're going to be moving in a circle around our mats, one way and then the other. You'll see what I mean when we get ourselves through it. But what mandala flows are specifically for, they're good for setting new intentions, new rituals, kind of just hitting the reset button. So that's what we're going to do tonight. As we head into a start of a new week, we're going to set some new intentions. We're going to hit the refresh button. And so that's what we're going to intend tonight's flow to be about. So now we can all meet standing at the top of our mats. So I will meet you there. Okay, you can either stand with your feet flush together or hip width apart. It's really up to you. And just start to ground and root down into the soles of the feet. Right, so maybe right away you stand up nice and tall. You can close the eyes if that's what's comfortable for you. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Feel the shoulder blades melting down your back, creating space between the ears and the shoulders. Crown of the head is reaching towards the sky. Right, creating this lift, all while rooting down into your feet. Good. So like I said, tonight's flow is going to be about setting new intentions as we make our way in a circular fashion around our mats and then back the other way. Right, so just take a moment to reflect on what new intentions you want to set, what new rituals maybe you'd like to get into. Just take a moment in stillness, setting these new intentions for yourself. You can connect with the breath as you do this. And most importantly, connect with your heart as you do this. Good, we'll be here just for a few more moments. And if your eyes are closed, you can begin to gently open up the eyelids. And we bring, inhale, fingertips overhead. Reach for the sky. Exhale, fingertips fall down by your sides. Inhale again, up towards the sky. Maybe your gaze follows. And exhale, fingertips rain down. Good, inhale. All the way up. And exhale, rain it down. Good, inhale, arms overhead. Stay where you are. This time you're going to interlace the fingertips and come into a steeple grip, which means you're going to point your index finger up towards the sky, right? So you're like this, standing nice and tall, nice and straight. Inhale, really reach, stretch those index fingers up towards the sky. And exhale, you're going to take a nice side body bend. Inhale back to center, reach, exhale, other side. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fingertips fall. Beautiful. Inhale, arms overhead. And once again, find that steeple grip. Interlace the fingertips and have your index fingers point up towards the sky. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side body stretch. Good. Root down into the soles of your feet evenly. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, rain it down. Good, we're gonna do one more. Inhale, find your steeple grip. Index fingers pointing up towards the sky. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Good. Once again, distributing your weight evenly into all four corners of both feet. And inhale back to center. Exhale, rain it down. Good. Inhale, bring your arms into a T. Exhale, release the breath. Keep your arms here. Inhale, press your chest through. Fingertips come behind you. Gaze is up, chin is up. Exhale, rounding at the spine, chin to chest. Really open up that upper back. Inhale, bring your chest through. Open up your heart. Exhale, round at the spine, chin to chest. Good, last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, back to your neutral stance. And we meet in Tadasana with our fingers relaxed down by our sides. Good, take one deep breath in together, in through the nose. Feel the belly and the lungs fill up with air. And exhale, let it go. Good, inhale, fingertips come down to rise all the way up overhead. And this time on your exhale, hinge at the hips, bend the knees generously, and forward fold all the way down. Good, relaxing the crown of the head towards the yoga mat. No creases in the back of your neck. Letting your shoulders, your head, and your neck hang heavy. Bending your knees generously. So maybe you even relax your belly on top of your thighs. Good, breathe. Full, deep belly breaths in and out through the nose. Maybe you even feel a nice stretch in the backs of your legs. Good, on your next inhale, halfway lift. You can bring your fingertips to your shins, your thighs, or the ground. Once again, you can keep a nice micro bend in those knees. We're keeping a nice flat back all the way from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Elbows in towards the sides of your body. Good. Inhale, extend through the crown of the head. Send the hip points back, really lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. Good. On your next inhale, root down into the feet. Bend the knees generously and send the hands all the way up overhead. Extended mountain pose. On your next exhale, forward fold, let it go. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, inhale, root down into the feet to rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Last one, exhale, rain it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Extended mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Good, breathe, connect with the breath. Welcome the movement, welcome the breath, and welcome your new intentions. Feel your thumbs connect with your heartbeat. And for a moment, just show gratitude for how your heart beats for you without you ever having to ask it to. Good, and let's keep going. Inhale, drop the fingertips to rise all the way up overhead. And exhale, forward fold, rain it down. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, plant the fingertips, bend the knees, and let's step the right toes back. Drop the right knee, everybody, on this version. And inhale, arms overhead. We meet in our low lunge. Beautiful. Knee over ankle. Pull left hip crease back. Press right hip crease forward. Maybe you work on tucking the pelvis under just slightly to feel that length through the torso, up through the crown of the head. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Fingertips come down to frame the left foot. Plant the palms. Send the left foot back to meet the right. Good. Plank. Inhale. Exhale. You can drop the knees or keep them lifted as you lower down towards the mat. Inhale into your cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale. Release your chest back down to the mat. Inhale, plank or half plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees on this first one. Good. As you bend your knees, you can really tilt your hips up towards the sky. Lengthen through the spine. Good. Ears are in line with the biceps. Good. Melt your chest towards your upper thighs. And listen to the sound of your breath. On your next inhale, gaze up towards the top of your mat. Bend your knees, and we're going to step our right foot up in between our hands. Drop the left knee, and inhale into your low lunge on the right side. Good. Breathe here. Same thing here. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Pull right hip crease back. Press left hip crease forward. Maybe you practice on tucking the tailbone just slightly to create a little bit more length and alignment in the spine. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Rain the fingertips down to frame the front foot. This time, straighten out through the back leg. And we're gonna rock and roll, get bouncy on that back leg, and send it up to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. I'll meet you in extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the fingertips. Step the right toes back. And this time, now you know you can either drop the back knee or keep it lifted. And inhale into your crescent lunge. Good, same thing here. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Pull left hip crease back. Press right hip crease forward. No matter where you are. Slight tuck in that tailbone. Good, inhale. Exhale, fingertips come down to frame the left toes. Send it back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, keeping the elbows in towards the sides of your body. Slow lower down to the mat. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lower your heart. Inhale, plank or half plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, gaze up towards the top of your mat, bend your knees, and step your right toes up in between your hands. Good, same thing. You can either drop the back knee or keep it lifted as you inhale, crescent lunge. And breathe. Good. How does your breath sound right now? Right, just listen to it. Just be the observer. How does your body feel? Right, you don't have to change anything. Just be an observer. Good, inhale. And exhale, rain the fingertips down, frame the front foot, and rock and roll that back foot up to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root into the soles of the feet to rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Close your eyes. Bring your heart towards your thumbs towards your heart. And just notice what it feels like, notice what it sounds like. And we're about to start the mandala practice. So just reflect on your intentions that you'd like to set, whether it's just for the rest of this night, rest of this week, month, maybe even year. Right, but what intention would you like to set for yourself? Let's bring it back into the forefront of our minds. And for a moment, I want you to visualize yourself actively living your intention. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Good, and when you're ready, open the eyes if they're closed. And we flow. Inhale, fingertips overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the fingertips. We're gonna step the left toes back. Inhale, open up into your crescent lunge on the right side. Good, we've been here before. Breathe into it. Inhale. This time, exhale, bring fingers, hands to heart. On your inhale, you can watch me for a moment. We're gonna send our fingertips up as we straighten out through the right leg. Right, this requires a lot of balance. Squeeze the inner thighs, root down into the feet. Exhale, hands to heart. Back into your lunge. Good, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, breathe here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Good, we're gonna turn onto the back heel. Straighten out through the front leg. Turn the right toes in to be parallel with the left. Now we're in a nice wide-legged stance. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Good, adjust the feet if you need to. Maybe you need to bring them out wider. Maybe you have to bring them out closer. But relax the crown of the head towards the mat. Good, hips are over the ankles. Right, sometimes we have a tendency to lean a little bit too far back in the heels. So let's lean forward into the toes and just breathe. Feeling this nice lengthening in the backs of the legs, rooting down into the soles of the feet, pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Good, you can keep a micro bend in the knees if that feels more comfortable. Good, and we're gonna inhale into a halfway lift. Plant the right fingertips in front of your face and inhale, raise the left fingertips towards the sky. Good, release back down and swap it out. Left fingertips come out in front of your gaze. Inhale, raise the right fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, release. Good, we're gonna walk our fingertips over towards our left toes. And we're gonna turn both sets of toes towards the back of our mat now. And we're going to inhale into a crescent lunge on the left side. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, inhale, fill up the belly, fill up the lungs. Exhale, let it go. Good, this next inhale, you're gonna shift your weight into your left foot, get light on the back toes, and you could either step into your warrior three or float. Good. You can keep a micro bend in that standing leg for a little bit more stability. Really press that right heel in towards an imaginary wall behind you. Active leg. Good, inhale. Exhale, release the fingertips down in front of you and lower the right leg to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the fingertips. Step the left toes back. Inhale into your crescent lunge on the right side. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, take one breath here. Inhale. Fill up the belly, fill up the lungs. Exhale, let it go. Good, once again, pivot on the back heel. Straighten out through the right leg. Turn right toes in to meet the left. I'm just gonna stay this way because I'm gonna keep going in circles. So I apologize, my back is facing you. But inhale, arms overhead. And once again, exhale, forward fold. This time, I want you to walk your fingertips out in front of you. I'll actually turn around so you can see. I want you to walk your fingertips out like a downward facing dog, right? So you're in a wide-legged downward facing dog. Good, and breathe into it. Full deep breaths in and out through the nose. Good, take one more breath. Exhale, sink your chest towards the mat. Good, on your next inhale, start to walk it up into a halfway lift. Nice flat back. Good, bring your fingertips to your hips. Really engage the inner thighs, press into the outer edges of the feet. Bend the knees if you need to, and a slow rise. Nice flat back. Beautiful. This time you're gonna turn the left toes out to the front of your mat and open up into a warrior two. Tuck the pelvis. Good, nice flat back. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. So we're not leaning forward, but our spine is nice and aligned. Just check your right hand and make sure it's in line with your shoulder. And then bring your gaze back over your left middle finger. Good, breathe. On your next inhale, flip the front hand. Reverse warrior, bringing your right fingertips back behind you, left fingertips rise, rainbow, up and over. Good, exhale, back to warrior two. Two more, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. And last one, inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, warrior two. Good, one more inhale, embrace the shake, welcome the shake. And exhale, we're gonna cartwheel it all the way down. Plant the fingertips, send the left toes back to meet the right into your plank. And vinyasa, slow lower down to the belly, or maybe chaturanga into upward facing dog, or cobra. And exhale, I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Good, so that was our first time around. And now we will make our way around on the left side. Good, so bend the knees, gaze up towards the top of your mat. And start to take a nice slow walk towards the top. I want you to make this very mindful. So really feeling the soles of your feet connecting with the mat. Listen to the sound of your breath. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Feel your heartbeat. Maybe you slow your breath down by taking longer, controlled inhales and exhales. And as you do that, you might feel your heart rate start to slow down. Right? It just shows you how much you're in control of your body. Right? And when we can acknowledge how much control we have, even over our breathing, it mirrors how much control we have over our lives, right? So when we set our new intentions, just know that you have the control, you have the power to make them come to life, to make them come true, to become your reality. Good, let's make our way in our circular fashion back around again. So inhale, drop the fingertips, raise them up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the fingertips, bend the knees. We're gonna step the right toes back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful, same thing we did on the other side. Inhale, fingertips come up overhead as you straighten out through the left leg. Root down into the left foot, all four corners, and send your right heel up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. Two more, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, last one, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, take one more breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it go. Turn onto that back heel. Straighten out through the left leg. Turn the left toes in to be parallel with the right. Now you're in your nice wide-legged stance. Inhale, arms come up overhead. And we fold, hinge at the hips. Good. On your next inhale, come up into your halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the right fingertips in front of your gaze. And inhale, raise the left fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, release. And swap out the hands. Plant left fingertips in front of your gaze. Inhale, raise the right towards the sky. And exhale. Back to center. And now we walk our fingertips over towards the right toes. Turn both sets of toes towards the back of your mat. And inhale into your crescent lunge on the right side. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, you can either step or hop it into your warrior three. Good, really press into an imaginary wall behind you. Flex your left toes. Good, nice flat back. Maybe you keep a bend in that standing leg. Inhale. Exhale, release the fingertips down in front of you as you drop the left toes in line with the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good, plant the fingertips, bend the knees, step the right toes back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, take a breath here. Turn on to your back heel. Straighten out through the left knee. Turn the left toes in to be parallel with the right. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. And right away, walk the fingertips out into a downward facing dog. So wide-legged downward facing dog. Beautiful. Good. Try to keep your biceps in line with the ears. Tilt those hips up towards the sky. Good. And when you're ready, start to walk your fingertips back into your halfway lift. Bring your hands to hips. Really press into the soles of the feet. Engage the inner thighs. Maybe you keep a slight bend in the knees as you rise all the way up. Beautiful. Turn the right toes towards the front of the mat. Bend through the knee. Inhale, open up into your warrior two. Good. Tuck that pelvis slightly under. Spine is nice and straight. Almost like if a wall was behind you and you were leaning on a wall. Right, nice straight line. Beautiful. Check with your left hand. Make sure it's in line with your shoulder. And then bring your gaze back over your right middle finger. Beautiful. Breathe. Welcome the shake. Welcome the heat. And when you inhale, flip the front hand, rainbow up toward the sky, and bring the left hand back behind you, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Last one, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Take one more breath. And exhale, cartwheel it down. Plant the palms, step it back into plank and vinyasa. And I will meet you in downward facing dog. Good, we'll be here for one breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, take a nice slow lower with the knees. Slow and with control. Good, and you can send it back into child's pose. You can come into extended child's pose or with your knees together, feet together. So listening to whatever your body needs right now. Right, extended child's pose is when your knees are as wide as the yoga mat and big toes come together to touch. And you walk the fingertips out. And you relax the forehead on the yoga mat. Good, taking nice deep breaths wherever you are. In and out through the nose, feeling your belly fill up with air. And exhale, sinking your chest towards your thighs. Good. Taking a moment once again to bring your intention into the forefront of your mind and visualize it. Right? What are you doing? How do you feel? And really breathe into it. Give it life. Good. We'll take 3 more full conscious breaths. Inhaling through the nose, feeling your belly fill up with air. And exhale, let it out and sink. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale, melt your chest into your thighs. Good, last one, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Good, wherever you are, draw a line with your nose towards the top of your mat. And let's bring our torso up. Walk our knees in And we're gonna find ourselves in a seat, and we're gonna come into a wide-legged seat. So we're gonna spend the next 20 minutes cooling down and getting nice deep stretches and really breathing into them. So find your wide-legged seat. I always like to keep my knees a little bent, but that's just me. I tend to have a little bit of pain in the backs of my knees, but you don't have to go by what I'm doing. So I keep a nice bend in my knees. I really press into my heels and keep a nice flex in my toes and in my feet. So I keep my legs pretty active, right? It just helps flex the muscles a little bit more and lengthen the muscles a little bit more. Now here, I want you to sit up nice and tall, nice flat back. If you find that this is difficult for you and you're curving, try putting a block, a pillow, a blanket underneath your pelvis to create a little lift, and that will help you lengthen out through the spine. Right, so we'll be here for a little bit. So if you want to grab whatever it is you want to grab, please do. Good, inhale. Lengthen through the crown of the head, sit up nice and tall. Press into the heels, flex the feet. You might already feel the stretch in the inner thighs and maybe even the backs of the legs. I want you to bring your fingertips out in front of you and start to walk. Right, really slowly. I really want you to feel the deepening in the stretch. Right, but the key here is that when you start to notice that your spine is curving, I want you to walk it back a little bit, find length, and maybe you stay there. Right, I want you to keep a nice flat back the entire time. So don't worry about getting your nose to the floor or see how far down you can go. Right, I want you to keep a nice flat back, all while creating length in the inner thighs and backs of the legs. Right, so wherever you are, breathe into it. Notice where maybe you're gripping too tightly in the muscles, right? And just feel a release in your leg muscles, right? Let go where you're holding on too tight, where you're flexing too much. Good, let's take 3 conscious breaths together, right? Let's breathe together. Inhale in through the nose and exhale. Notice you might be able to walk your fingertips out just a little bit on the exhale. Don't go too deep, too fast, right? This is where you have to really listen to your body. Good, inhale. And exhale, sink. Last one, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Good, walk the fingertips back in towards your pelvis. And we're gonna bring our right heel in. Good, and we're gonna turn our torsos over the left leg. Once again, keeping a nice flat back. And same thing we did before, just walk your fingertips, right? Let your right thigh grow heavy towards the ground. You might even start to feel a side body stretch in the right side. But again, it's really important to keep a nice flat back all the way from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Keep a nice flexed, engaged foot, root down into the heel. Bend the left knee as much as you need to. Good, let's take 3 conscious breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good, last one, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, walk your fingertips back up. And we're going to swing our left toes behind us. So I'm gonna turn this way so you can see. And we're gonna meet in our pigeon. Good, so make any adjustments that you need. I always just have a preference of keeping my heel close to my pelvis, but again, that's just me. You can do whatever feels good for you. You can stay up on the fingertips. And for a moment, I just want you to look back behind you and make sure your left toes are pointing straight towards the back of your mat, right? So they're not curved in, but you have a nice straight line, right? Toes are pointing back behind you. And then once you get that down, right, you're pressing into the top of the foot. You can stay here, or maybe you start to walk the fingertips out, you come onto the forearms. And if you feel ready, you can walk the fingertips out even more and maybe relax your forehead down onto the mat. Good, we'll be here for 2 deep breaths. And on your exhale, send the breath into your right hip. Good, last one, inhale. And exhale, deepen through the right hip. Good, inhale, start to walk your fingertips back in towards your torso. And shift onto the right hip and swing the left leg back out in front of you. And then we're gonna come right onto the other side. So bring your left heel in towards your pelvis. Good, nice active right foot. Right away, turn your hips over the right leg. And whenever you're ready, start to walk your fingertips. Right, relax your left thigh into the mat. Keeping a nice flat back from the crown of the head all the way to the tip of the tailbone. And 3 conscious breaths here. On the exhales, maybe you're able to walk the fingertips out a little bit more and you sink. Good, last breath. And on your inhale, walk the fingertips back. Good. And then we're gonna swing the right toes back behind us in our pigeon. Good, making any adjustments that you need. Looking at your right toes and making sure that they're pointing straight behind you. Right, you're really pressing into the top of the foot. Good, and then you could square your hips towards the back of the mat or front of the mat, wherever you find yourself. You can stay here, or maybe you lower onto your forearms. And breathe. And for a little bit deeper of a stretch, you can walk your fingertips all the way out and release the forehead down to the mat. Then we'll take 2 conscious deep breaths, filling up the belly, and exhale, send the breath into the left hip. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, wherever you are, start to walk your fingertips back towards your pelvis. And we're gonna swing the right toes. And we'll meet cross-legged. Actually, let's meet with the soles of our feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. Good. You can bring your heels in as close as you want to your pelvis, or to create more lift in your spine, you can send your heels away from the pelvis. Right? So find the position that gives you the most length in the spine. Good, then we're gonna bring our peace fingers together and bring them to our temples. Close your eyes and just give yourself a nice temple massage. Okay, breathe into it. Notice the sensations. And just be really mindful of what this feels like. Good, take one more breath. And now I want you to bring your peace fingers to your jaw. And same thing, give your jaw a nice massage. We really don't do this enough. So I invite you to do this as much as you'd like because it really feels great, especially if you're someone who clenches your jaw because of stress. It's really nice to do this. And it's a nice act of self-love. Good. Take one more breath. And exhale. Release everything. We're gonna send the feet out long and come into one seated forward fold. So once again, keeping the knees as bent as you need to create length in the spine. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, fingertips rain down by your sides and then reach for either your toes, your ankles, your shins, or maybe even your thighs. But maintaining this nice straight line all the way from crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Great, so nice active feet, press into the heels. Good, relax the gaze in between your calves. And breathe into your belly. Good, inhale, trace your fingertips along the front of your legs to sit up nice and tall. And then extend your fingertips out in front of you and we interlace the fingertips and come into our steeple grip. Again, index fingers pointing out in front of us and start to curve in the spine and release it down. We're gonna roll down one vertebrae at a time. You might even have to engage the core until you find the back of your head on your yoga mat. Good. Extend your hands out into a T. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And we're going to release the knees over to the right. A nice twist, relaxing the shoulders into the mat. Good, loosen the muscles. Inhale back to center. And exhale, release the knees over to the left. Good, full deep belly breaths. Beautiful, inhale back to center. And now we'll keep alternating, 2 on each side. So drop the knees over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. You're also giving your lower back a nice massage. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, right side. Inhale, center. Last one, exhale, right side. Inhale, center. Good, I want you to bring the soles of your feet together. Bring the knees out to the side. And we're gonna rest in reclined butterfly. Good, and with your arms, your hands, I want you to give yourself a nice big hug. So wrap your arms over each other and just give yourself a nice hug. Take some deep breaths. As you inhale, feel your chest and your heart expand and open up towards the sky. And as you exhale, sink into the mat. Good, full deep breaths. Good, you can stay here and rest here. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart, right? You rest your palms on your chest. You can keep your feet in Supta Baddha Konasana, or you can start to extend your feet out long into Shavasana, right? So whatever feels good for you, however you want to end your practice. Good, so find your relaxation. Start to close your eyes. Sink your muscles into the mat and start to release them one by one, all the way from the crown of the head to your toes. Right, start to give your body permission to let go. And stay where you are. And I'm just gonna switch out the music.
It's a mystery to me. We have agreed with which we have agreed. And you think you have to want more than you need. Until you have it all, you won't be free. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. When you want more than you have, you think you need. And when you think more than you want, your thoughts begin to bleed. I think I need to find a bigger place. 'Cause when you have more than you think, you need more space. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. Society, crazy indeed. I hope you're not lonely without me. There's those thinking more, less is more. But if less is more, how you keeping score? It means for every point you make, your level drops. Kinda like you're starting from the top, and you can't do that. Society, you're a crazy breed. I hope you're not lonely without me. society. Crazy indeed. I hope you're not lonely without me, society. Have mercy on me. I hope you're not angry if I disagree, society. Crazy indeed. I hope you're not lonely without me.
Good. Start to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingertips. And just come back into your conscious awareness. You can either remain laying down, or if you'd like to sit up, you can roll onto one side. And then you can press yourself up and meet me in a seated position. I'm just going to close out the practice, bringing your hands together in a prayer position, bringing your thumbs up to your third eye, your intuition center, acknowledging your beautiful body, your beautiful mind, your beautiful spirit. Thank yourself for giving yourself this time and this energy tonight. And thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. The light in me honors and is the same as the light in you. I bow down to you. Namaste. Thank you and have a great night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.